Hello beautiful people, here's a review of the new French light tank. Wait, did I say light tank? Sorry, I meant War Thunder Designated Tank Destroyer. The ELC Bis, added in the Windows Change update. Hope you enjoy. The idea of the ELC project was to develop some French light tanks in the 1950s. The concept was a light tank equipped with a powerful gun, able to be airlifted for fast deployments. One of the results was this prototype ELC Bis, and it joins the French tech tree at battle rating 6.7. Let's look at some of the pros and cons. Some of the pros: armament. The ELC is equipped with a 90mm cannon, which stock is able to use heat FS, and it has an armor pin of 320mm. So in theory there's nothing this shell cannot pin. The other shells available are smoke and high explosive shells. Base reload time is 8.7 seconds, which is okay, but with the crew maxed out you can get it all the way down to 6.7 seconds, and that is pretty good for a 90mm cannon with no autoloader. Size. The vehicle itself is very small and has a very low profile, and that can greatly help with its ability to hide and find creative spots to shoot from, and thereby increase its passive survivability. Speed. The ELC is very fast with 80 km an hour. That helps it to get to a position fast, or just as importantly being able to retreat fast. Smoke launcher. Unlockable are 2 smoke launchers on each side of the turret. You only get 1 volley, but at least it's with 4 smoke grenades. Ammo storage. All the shells are neatly tucked away at the rear of the vehicle, so chances for being ammo racked are very small. And some of the cons. Turret traverse. The probably biggest con is the lack of a fully rotating turret. The turret can left and right just go to about the edges of the hull, and that means horizontally it's only plus minus 20 degrees. This means that there's a lot of moving around with the entire vehicle in order to get it into a firing position. I tried to find some information about this, and from what I could find, Gaijin got this wrong. When stationary, the turret could actually rotate 360 degrees. And it was only when it was on the move that it had that limited traverse. Now if the information I found was correct, it would be greatly appreciated if they could change that, since you can't hit anything on the move with the ELC anyhow. Crew. The ELC only has 2 crew members, so a penetrating shot of nearly any kind will just end its existence. In a way it's funny that you still need or can research crew replacement, since you can't even use it. Vehicles with only 2 crew members should not need to pay research point and SL for something that is impossible to use in the first place. Survivability. The front armor is 40mm thick and the sides 15, which of course at battle rating 6.7 is basically useless. The only thing it's useful against is machine guns, and probably even only light machine guns. There is a small benefit here with the engine being placed in the front of the vehicle, so with any luck it can eat some or all the shrapnel. But again, any penetrating shot with AP or APHE, if not stopped by the engine, will go from the front of the vehicle and travel all the way through it. Heat FS. Although it's nice that the ELC gets its best shell from stock, the heat FS is quite unreliable. You really don't know what will happen after it penetrates. I said penetrate. Combined with the ELC's low survivability, once you hit a tank and do not hit anything critical, chances are pretty much zero that you will survive a counter shot. Bouncy gun. The small vehicle with for its size large caliber gun means that it bounces around a lot. Chances for the ELC to get the first aim shot off against an enemy vehicle if you meet under equal circumstances is very low. Optics. The ELC only has a 1.9 to 3.5 magnification. That is very low for a vehicle that needs to stay hidden and ambush other vehicles in order to survive. At battle rating 6.7, the ELC will often find itself on larger maps, and then the very poor magnification will mean that you are trying to hit almost pixel-sized targets at around 1200 meters. So don't bring out this vehicle if you just want to get things done in War Thunder. It will most likely ruin your mood. The ELC requires a very specific playstyle and map knowledge in order to get the most out of it. On the other hand, if you like to play hide and seek, the ELC will be your kind of vehicle. You need patience and luck as well. The ELC cannot survive pretty much any hit unless you get very lucky with a bounce. Most of the survivability of the ELC is passive, meaning its size and speed. Anything that pins the French fry anywhere but in the lower front will destroy it. Playstyle wise, you can try rush a cap point or get into a flanking position fast with its great speed. On urban maps you're more limited, where you either have to stay behind and with your bigger teammates or find a hiding spot, preferably overlooking some long sidelines where you can snipe or ambush enemy vehicles. Since the gun of the ELC bounces around a lot, you should try avoid situations where you will be the first around a corner. I think the largest downside for the ELC is that War Thunder decided to make it into a tank destroyer. Seriously, even the name ELC means, and sorry for butchering the French, Engin Léger de Combat, which directly means light combat vehicle. Or in other words, a light tank. War Thunder making it into a tank destroyer means that it does not have access to scouting, artillery, or the increased speed in helping repairing teammates. Although things would greatly have increased the usefulness and versatility of the ELC. My guess is that because the French tech tree already has a good number of light tanks, they just decided to make it into a tank destroyer. But I think that in this instance they should definitely change it into a light tank, just like they did with the M18. The ELC being a tank destroyer means that the French fry has become a little niche vehicle. Mostly I find meta vehicles boring and only use them to get tasks done or events completed. I personally have such a good time with the ELC, but I also tend to mostly like the quirky vehicles that requires a special kind of attention to make them work. In any case, I think the ELC is a nice addition to the French tech tree that already has some quirky vehicles. Just bear in mind that unless you are a decent player with a good portion of luck and patience, you will never find yourself on top of the kill list with the ELC. I'm glad that we got the ELC with a normal update, since at this battle rating, the ELC would have been a pretty awful top tier battle pass reward with all its limitations. If you like the video and the content on the channel in general, do me a favor and like, subscribe and comment. You can also go the extra mile like Grouchy Old Man and support the channel in a more direct way. I've opened a shop on spreadshop.com where merchandise with the channel logo is available. More designs will follow soon. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember to deploy your die breaks. Have a good one.